Hello, everyone. My name's Cody, and I have Coach Steve here. And we got DME Black versus Florida Coastal Prep. The tip gets underway. Florida Coastal Prep has the ball. Quick steal by Chris. And Jalen hits the three. Good transition offense.
Yep. That right there is going to be after watching them play over the weekend, I thought they did a pretty good job in that Thanksgiving tournament. They're trying to get up and down the floor, and transition is going to be their bread and butter.
I agree 100%. I was there as well, and when they got out in transition, that's when they could get easy baskets.
Definitely. It takes a lot off them playing in the half-court set all the time, but they still do a good job within their half-court. But I think most of the time these guys want to get up and down and play.
Yep, a lot more fun. As Jalen hits his second one of the day, DME goes up 6-2 early.
And that's good for him to see that ball go through the hoop. Builds a confidence. Here we go, Florida Coastal Prep running a little baseline action here as we continue to play man-to-man defense. That's good G.
Gets an open look from three. No go. Foul on Felipe, number 42.
And that's tough. He's got a 7-footer. And that guy's every bit of a 7-footer. Just sitting right here. Yeah, I'm a little nervous myself.
Yeah, he's big. I feel like, I don't know, was he a new addition to this team when they played him last or what?
I want to say he was here last time.
Oh, was he? He knocks down the first, though, for them. He gets the second as well.
Yeah, because I think I coached against him, I think.
Oh, yeah, he does. They're in the 2-3 here to start.
That's good penetration there by Chris. Felipe's got to do a better job of getting hold of that ball and going strong to the rim.
There's a ref called a double dribble there, and Florida Coastal Prep will take over now. Coming down the court. Jalen put some good on-ball pressure.
That's great D by us. I mean, hey, even though he hits the three there in the corner, the last two possessions, we made them play almost the entire 30 seconds on that shot clock.
Yep.
So.
Foul. Felipe will be going to the line now to shoot two. Yeah, but I agree. On that end, that was pretty good defense. They didn't have much going on. And late in the shot clock, they're able to find a shooter, though.
Yeah, you got to be able to do that. You know what, though? I live with that, though. A contested three instead of giving up a two like they did last time and the guy went to the free throw line. Yep. I live with them taking wild shots like that, especially at the end of the shot clock, trying to throw one up just to beat the horn. Mm-hmm. But we just got to do a better job also rebounding, and that's Felipe missed both of the free throws there. Yeah. And he's usually a better shooter than that.
Florida Coastal Prep getting set in the half court now. Good defense. Oh, Matt got sucked in a little too far on that one, I think.
Here we go again in transition. With Matt taking a three there.
Comes up.
I still like it, though. His feet were set. He was in rhythm.
Yeah, that's his shot.
Yes, definitely. We watched him play over the weekend, and, I don't know if the moment was too big for him at times, but when he tried to put the ball on the floor, it didn't look good, He's more of a catch and shoot, maybe a one dribble pull-up guy.
Yep.
So I definitely like what he just did in previous transition as Chris takes a three deep in the corner.
It's 9-6 now. Florida Coastal Prep. 16.5 minutes to play in the first half.
That was a good hedge there on the high ball screen.
Not great help side D there, though.
Yeah.
Chris got to be a little bit more active to get to that quicker.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Kevin right now, I'll probably switch that up also. I'll probably go zone defense. Try to see what they do, how they react to it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Because right now you don't want to get your big guys in foul trouble. And there we go with Felipe. Good going to the rim. I like that, though. I like that.
Goes right at the shot blocker. He's not scared. He's good. He's going to the line again, so hopefully we'll be able to knock down 2 shots this time.
So Ali came in the game for Chris, and Ali, you just cost us a violation. That hurts. That hurts. But I'm gonna tell you what, he had a really good game on Saturday in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Played his role very nice, I thought. Did a lot of little things for them. Knocked down a shot here and there.
He did some things that I haven't seen most players do here at DME, which is moving without the ball. He did a couple of backdoor cuts and got us easy layups, and he hit a big time 3. I was on the wing and off of seeing the ball go through the hoop on those backdoor cuts. I thought he played his role well, like you said.
Yep.
You know, he did really good.
As Bailey missed a pull-up jump shot there around the free throw line.
Here they go again with another high ball screen action. No help on the rotation.
Oh,
yeah.
Too slow. Just too slow on the rotation.
But he's so big, though.
Yeah.
You know, like Coach Kevin here is going to have to make an adjustment defensively as he calls another offensive play, another offensive set.
I feel like so far, knowing Coach Kevin and the style play he wants to play, he likes to get up and down, and I feel like Florida Coastal Prep has definitely taken that away from them early.
Yes.
They've been controlling the tempo to what they want to do in the half court, using the big guy well.
And he's not bad, you know. I like him. I mean, once again, you can't coach height, as he's bending over, looking tired a little bit, you know. Here we go. Ooh, got away with one. Oh, we take it.
Yeah, it looked like Jalen might have traveled there, but they get a nice transition bucket.
We take that.
Timeout. Looks like it's a 30-second timeout for Florida Coastal Prep, as it is 13-9. Florida Coastal Prep is leading with 14 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. So what do you think the keys are going to be going forward for Coach Kevin's team to be able to come out on top today?
Well, after watching both games and this past weekend, I really felt that they got a chance to try to redefine themselves. And what I mean by that is at times over the weekend they kind of mentally checked out. You know, I really think that he's trying to push them and trying to motivate them and inspire them to play 40 minutes, you know, and not just 20 or 30 minutes here and there. And everybody's got to play their roles and be a little bit more productive, you know, within their roles. He still wants to get up and down, like you said earlier, which is who we are. You know, we're a transitional team. But I think defensively is where they kind of like they give up sometimes because they want to play offense. And when they see their shots not falling, they kind of get discouraged, and it kind of prevents them from being aggressive and productive defensively. And I think that's where it hurts us over the weekend, you know, because we weren't able to get rebounds at times, you know.
Yep.
And other team made shots, and you got to figure out how to stop teams without fouling, and especially when your shot's not falling. And we had a little difficult time in Atlanta.
Yep.
And right on time, Matt hits a big three, you know.
That's big for him. I think in Atlanta, his confidence was a little bit down.
Yep.
It'd be nice to see him hit a few early threes, get himself going.
That's a great trap there.
That is great. I think he traveled. Oh, and the ref did call it travel. As we have Q and Harry checking into the ball game now for the first action of them. And Kareem. As Ali mishandles it, Harry gets a good mid-range look, and he's just off.
That was a great look for Harry. Not selling for a three, but I thought he probably should have used one or two dribbles to get to the rim when nobody was guarding him. And here we come in transition.
So right now, Coach Kevin's team's got a pretty small lineup in. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do a good job rebounding the basketball.
That's a good take.
Kareem
That's a good take.
drives hard to the hole, and he gets fouled. He's going to the line to shoot two. Kareem's kind of that guy for Kevin. Very quiet kid, but he can come in and bring instant offense for him at times.
Definitely.
As he hits the first one of two shots.
Hello, coaches.
And he gets the second.
Happy belated Thanksgiving to you guys. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well, you know.
Yep.
Good job.
Good deflection by Harry. Kareem attacks. Good pass to Bailey. And that's what we want to see out of Coach Kevin's team. Getting out in transition, getting stops, easy scores.
Definitely.
So Bailey tries to put a little bit of pressure on the ball. Not good defense there, though. Not good at all.
Well, you know, I think one of the biggest things that we've got to do a better job is defending straight line drives.
Yep.
You know, even with our group, my team, you know, we're kind of switching things up, and we're going to go to more of a dribble drive, and I think that's hard for these kids these days because most kids don't want to play defense for 30 seconds. I take the bet. Most kids don't even want to play defense for 10 seconds. You know, so you know we can do a better job getting the stands, locking in, and preventing straight line drives. As Florida Coastal Prep just hit another three in the corner.
Yep, I would agree with you, though. If you can't guard the basketball one-on-one, you're definitely a little bit of a liability out there.
Right.
As DME turns it over again.
That's a good defense. That's good defense by Q there.
Q gets a good hand on the ball, deflects it off a Florida Coastal Prep player.
Hey, I try to tell these big guys, man, hey, don't put the ball down on the floor when you got a little guy next to you. You know, I know. I was one of those scrappy guys. You put the ball down on the floor next to me, I'm reaching in trying to slap it off of you.
Yep.
And Q did a great job with active hands.
He had a good take there, too, and he draws his foul. DME doing a good job attacking the rim and drawing fouls so far.
And that's exactly what I was about to say, man. This is a huge, huge plus to see DME get to the free throw line this early in the game on a consistent basis. I think it builds a lot of confidence for the kids to see the ball go through the hoop. And then more importantly, you're scoring with the clock stop.
Yep. It's a nice, easy shot to get yourself in rhythm sometimes.
Well, we thought that Coach Kevin was going to switch up his defense, and he hasn't. He stayed in the man.
Sticking with it as they give up another straight line drive. It's going to be tough if you're training baskets the whole time.
Yeah, somebody's got to get a stop.
Good move there by Kareem.
Good jab step by Bailey as he created a little space. Got the defender to put his hands down and was able to make that nice little jump shot in the short corner there.
Yep. It's a lost art in the game today, shooting the mid-range shot.
Definitely.
Everybody wants to get to the rim and finish or shoot the three.
Right on time, Coach. As we get that rebound off that missed shot and Q pushes it up the floor.
Kareem pulls up for three, no good. Harry putting some good on-ball pressure. Very active hands. As Florida Coast Prep misses and we secure the rebound. Good take by Bailey as he misses the first but gets his own rebound and finishes the second. Way to stay with the play there for Bailey.
I like that kid. He has a high energy, high motor. He's got a good frame on him. You know, some of these schools are starting to really find interest in him. I think the only thing he's got to do a little bit better is playing better defense.
Yep, as he probably should have been in help side there as they threw the lob over Chris's guy. Florida Coast Prep will be going to the line now to shoot two.
Who's coming in?
Score is tied 22-22. 8 minutes and 39 seconds remain as Florida Coast Prep hits the second of the two shots to go up one. Bailey throws it ahead to Harry. Probably not a great shot there for Harry. Highly contested.
But we get a deflection and steal, and we come right back with Bailey pushing it. That's a good job.
Yep.
Good job, Chris. Waiting not to settle for the three.
Good ball fake. Got the defender up in there.
Coming back home is a little different from the game rooms that we had in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I'm used to seeing 5 fouls. Oh, we're going to the free throw line as we played 4 quarters, but 10 minutes each quarter. So it was a little different. I like that. I wish the men would go to quarters instead of playing halves.
Yeah.
It gives us coaches a better opportunity to manage the game. And
yeah, especially when you're not getting media timeouts like you would in a normal college basketball game.
Exactly. I mean, we should take a media timeout pretty soon.
I'm with that. Bailey pulls up for a contested three, no good. Harry not able to get the offensive rebound.
That's great hustle for Harry, though.
Yep.
He's a high-energy guy also.
That's really what Harry does for them the best, though. He plays hard at all times, goes after offensive rebounds hard, just tries to do whatever he can to help the team. Good take by Chris as he called a travel. Must have not have came down on 2 feet on that pro hop.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good call there because he didn't. And then that's exactly what the officials telling him right now, that on that landing he did not come down with 2 feet. It was that 1-2 to go into his layup.
As Jalen checks in for Harry. Florida Coast Prep trying to get in something in the half court.
You know, once again, we're playing good defense. We get it down under 10.
Force a turnover.
Exactly.
Now we're trying to get something going in the half court. A little slow getting into it. Already at about 15 on the clock.
We're in trouble.
Yep, not a great possession so far. Find a good look for Kareem, though, in the corner. He knocks it down.
Good pass, good finish. I like what Q just did. He was able to to find the next guy. He saw his man was wide open and drew 2 defenders.
Ooh, some good pressure by Jalen, but guy gets marked. I'll say what, Q has been getting his hands on a lot of passes so far today.
Active hands. That's one thing that, you know, we continue to preach here at DME. Got to play good defensively. The way you do that is by having active hands. You may not get the steal, but you can get a deflection. That'll help us out, you know, so that we can get up and down in our transition.
That's exactly what just happened there. Q got a deflection. Chris went in the transition and got fouled at the basket.
And that's one thing you don't really see a lot also, you know, especially on the next level sometimes. Guys just really rely on their athleticism. You know, the fundamentals of playing good defense, being in the stand, having active hands, tracing the ball, putting your hand in the passing lane. You know, something that kind of falls by the wayside, and we got to get back to that. And as you can see, when you're doing it, it leads to easy transition.
Yep. All those little things help you win games. As Chris gets the second one. A little full court pressure here, a little 2-2-1 looks like. Kareem gambles on it, misses, but they force him to a tough 3. But Coastal Prep gets the rebound as they throw it down to the big fella who finishes at the rim.
He's big.
Yeah.
we call those guys footers.
Kareem gets
another 3.
Oh, in and out. Chris gets the rebound as it stays DME ball. Now we have Felipe checking in for Q. Oh, Jalen does a little old school, throws it off the guy's back who's faced all the way, but misses the layup. Good play there as Bailey knocks down the 3. DME is up 5, going on a little bit of a run now.
I like what we're seeing right here, man. Basketball's a game of runs, and here they come again with that ball screen action. We do a good job of icing it. Unfortunately, guess who gets the rebound?
The footer, as Coach Steve likes to say. But we were able to force a turnover still. I think when that kid's in the game, though, we got to make a very good effort of making sure there is a body and pushing him back every time.
Right, definitely.
You can't expect to use your athletic ability and out-jump him.
He's already got at least 6 inches on most of our guys over there.
Bailey misses a 3.
That was a little heat check for Bailey.
As Florida Coast Prep scores in transition.
We got to be able to. Come on, Chris. You got to feed the big fella.
Look up, Felipe. Felipe probably should have kicked that one out. You know, he kind of had a few guys around him. Tough shot.
But you got to reward the big guys, man.
Oh, he's got to get his touches. I agree.
They do a lot over there. I mean, even if he doesn't shoot, you know, we got to do a better job at when he's open, feeding the ball. I mean, he may make a move, he may not. But let's give him some touches, like you said, as he blocks a shot. But they get the rebound and they score.
It's probably going to be something Coach Kevin's going to discuss with his team at halftime. Really boxing out and limiting those second chance opportunities. Chris shoots a tough shot. It's not an easy shot shooting it over a 7-footer. Jalen misses from 3.
Here's the crazy thing. As we think we're going to get this in transition, we score in transition. I'm okay with them shooting threes at times, but, Coach, I'm going to tell you right now, they got 16 fouls, and we've been attacking the rim and going to the free throw line and you were able to build the lead as we get a steal, why not continue to do that?
Yep. As DME goes on a little run here, got a couple steals in a row for layups.
Back up to 5 again.
That's something we talked about in the beginning of the game. Like, Coach Kevin's team, they have these bursts where they look super well, but then it's like they forget to keep playing that way the whole game.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You had Jalen attacking the rim. He misses, but Felipe was there to grab the rebound. Gets fouled, and he goes back to the free throw line. Yep. Now you just got to convert him, you know?
Yep. That's big. Missing free throws that come back to haunt you.
But when you do that, though, it puts your opponent in a bind, because now those guys that don't usually get minutes, they got to come off the bench and start playing, because now your starters are getting in foul trouble early in the first half.
Yep. As Felipe looks to shoot the second one.
First one was good.
And he misses a second. 50% from the line there. Good block there by Felipe. It remains Florida Coastal Prep ball.
You got to do a better job on that rotation on the backside. There's nobody that's helping Felipe's man when he steps out on the short corner.
And again, giving up an offensive rebound.
I'm sure Coach Nacho is over there keeping a lot of stats on that rebound over there.
I think I saw Coach Kevin just glance over at Coach Nacho's board. He's probably not happy when he saw that number. Of course, Coastal Prep gets the first one of 2 shots. Misses a second, and it goes out of bounds, but it's a DME ball. So DME's up 5 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. They got to do a better job of keeping that ball moving in that 2-3. There they go.
That was a great look. That was a great look. We got inside their zone, and Jalen was able to draw a couple of defenders as he dished it off for Felipe, but the ball just got knocked out of bounds right there.
Bailey hits a nice little mid-range shot from about the free throw line. As
we take that. Early in the shot clock, that's not what Coastal Prep wants to do.
Oh, and now we get our opportunity to get out and run. Don't get anything, but we hit Matt for a 3, no good.
But I like that, though. Jalen comes in transition, he tries to find something and was able to kick it out for a shooter.
Yeah, he was very patient there in transition. Didn't feel the need to just drive into anybody. Saw he didn't have numbers. Found an open shooter. Got a great look. Just didn't knock it down that time.
It looks a little winded.
Jalen brings the ball down the court against the 2-3. Gets a good look from the top of the key. No good.
Good job.
Jimmy gets another steal. Ali looking to go in transition. Not the best transition offense there. Jalen strong and around the rim, able to finish a tough bucket there. DME goes up 9. 1 minute to remain.
Well, good D. We've seen this play before here.
And again, missed the second chance opportunity though.
Ali got a block and was able to get the rebound, and here we are in transition for a 3.
Follow your shot there, Bailey.
But it felt good, Coach. It felt good, you know.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, because you were a shooter. That's smart. Smart there.
Pull it out, get one shot. Keep the momentum on your side going into the half. As DME calls timeout, 14 seconds remain. Be interesting to see what Coach Kevin can draw up here out of the timeout right before halftime.
I'm not sure why he decided to do that.
Maybe he's got a good play in mind against the 2-3.
Well, I hope so. I mean, the momentum's on your side.
Yeah.
You don't lose a timeout if you don't burn it. I mean, going into the second half, they got rid of that rule, so he didn't necessarily have to call it.
It's tough sometimes to drop a really good play sometimes out of when you're going against a 2-3 as well. You know, if they would have just kept the ball there, penetrate the gaps, move the ball, I'm sure they would have got a good look, but be interested to see what happens out of this.
He's good for coming up with plays. I know that.
Yeah.
He's
definitely helped me out in my game once with a good sideline out of bounds.
Jalen, you missed that.
Jalen drives tough. No foul. As it is halftime now here, 30-39, DME leads. We will be coming back at the start of the second half. back here after halftime is concluded. DME is still up 39-30 as we get the second half underway. It'll be Florida Coastal Prep's ball to start the second half. So it looks like they're coming out in 2-3 zone here to start, DME. First time they played zone all day.
That's what we call making halftime's adjustment as we get the steal and an easy layup.
Good start for DME.
He didn't want to show it too soon, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of waited.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah. For one possession.
Yeah. Florida Coast Prep comes up short. DME ball. I think this first 5 minutes might be key if they can get out to a great start. As Bailey knocks down a three.
Right on cue, huh?
Yeah. DME's up 14 now.
So we were up 5 at halftime. Now we're up 14.
Bailey kind of giving up on the play there. Gives up the mid-range. You got to do a little bit better job of a little bit more effort on defensive end.
Coastal Prep stays in their 2-3. Yep. We get them to chase around a little bit as we work the ball. That's good ball movement. But we got 3-second violation on Felipe, though. He's got to learn how to go short corner to short corner and kind of loop around behind the defense so that they can't see him, but he can see everything else.
Yep. You got to find those gaps in the defense, especially when you're the guy on the baseline. They get it down to the 7-footer. Good steal there by Chris. Jalen misses the layup on the other end.
And that's another turnover by Coastal Prep by the big guy.
Bailey gets fouled. Probably should have passed that one up to Jalen, who was running ahead, but decided to keep it for himself, and he's going to the line.
But he went up strong, though. You know, he went up strong, kind of played through the contact. Thought he looked like he was trying to flush it on him.
Would have been a nice highlight play if he would have been able to do that.
He's got a lot of bounce. I give him that.
He misses the first one of the 2 shots. And he gets the second one to roll in. Little 2-2-1. Matt gets blown by. They're getting their hands on a lot of balls so far in the second half.
Oh, that's just a man move right there. He just won that more than Chris wanted that one. And Chris ends up getting another foul call on him.
I was thinking they might have came out in the second half looking to have a little bit more emphasis on really getting a good box out on them, because that was something they did not do well in the first half, but they gave up about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds there on one possession. Jalen looks ahead. Matt attacks the rim, kicks it out to Bailey.
Come on, guys. We got to get in there.
Out of bounds.
That was lucky.
Yeah. Jalen brings it down. Finds Felipe in that corner. Misses the 3, gets his own rebound though.
can't get mad if your shot's not falling right now, but at the same time, you know, you got to get back and play a little bit better defense and rebounding. You know, it's hard. These guys are mentally fragile at times, and when they don't see it go in, you know, it becomes a little difficult. You know, I had a guy once told me the biggest difference between girls basketball and guys basketball is simple. Guys got to play good to feel good.
Yep.
While the girls, they got to feel good in order to play good. And I said, you know what? That's a good philosophy, and it's exactly true, because as you start watching us play, you start seeing the energy flow when they're doing stuff good. They're playing together. They're chanting it up. But when people aren't playing well, you know, it easily becomes a negative Nancy type deal, and the energy kind of drops a little bit, just like we saw earlier, you know.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. I haven't been around a ton of girls basketball, but just seeing a few different practices, I feel like girls' just energy level and intensity is there for like the whole time. Where no doubt guys have that intensity, but you definitely see that drop in practices even. Good dish by Jalen. That was a nice play there.
And that's what I'm talking about. So now Jalen drives, penetrates, draws the defender, and Felipe is doing a good job of sealing, and he rewards the big fella. And now that confidence starts to build with Felipe, you know, that, hey, I can trust him. And now Jalen's saying the same thing. Hey, I can trust him now. Because it's difficult to make a great move to watch somebody not finish the play.
Oh, yeah. It's frustrating, that's for sure. But Felipe's got to do a better job of finding a body down there. It's been his guy the last few possessions that's getting the offensive rebound. Florida goes to prep, knocks down the first one of 2 shots. Gets both of them.
That's another one.
Oh, Felipe misses a point-blank layup there.
Yeah, you got to have those bunnies. I knew they were going to call that one.
So DME's leading right now, 52-39, 14 minutes and 41 seconds remain.
It's a lot of time left in this game.
Yep.
Well, we got to make sure that we close it out, because I know all about not being able to close it out. We were up 7 over the weekend in Atlanta as well, and end up watching that one get away from us.
Really, that's been the one struggle with a lot of the DME teams here in the past few weeks. We're up in games, and then
there's an art to that. You know, you got to be placed in those situations. We're doing a better job at attacking in the middle and finding Felipe on the backside. He just got to finish either with 2 hands or with a dunk. But yeah, it's, you know, a lot of times these guys they scoreboard watching, and they're not really used to playing with a lead, and then dealing with adversity when the other team is trying to make a run. You know, we talk about having poise and patience all the time, and trying to let them understand that, hey, look, you're winning right now. You know, just like in this case, we were up 14. You know, right now currently we're up 10. These guys got to learn how to play with that lead and continue to build on it and not just go prevent mode.
Yep. As they give up an offensive rebound on a free throw.
Another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
It's starting to sound like DJ Kylie over here.
Oh, my God. Coach Kevin's got to be frustrated. I mean, there's just a point where you got to realize we got to find a body, guys. Clearly, jumping with the other team isn't working.
That's effort, though. That comes down to an effort play, you know. Rebounding the ball is, you got to be able to have a lot more effort and passion to go do it. You know, it's not so much a, I don't know, is it a skill?
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a skill to have.
Yeah. I just remember listening to Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was like, you know what, man, I just go get it. He just had a knack to go get the ball wherever it went. You know, even Jason Kidd, one of the smallest point guards, led the NBA in rebounding at one time.
I think the biggest thing is maybe just getting your ego off of just one thing, scoring, and being willing to do other things. And these kids are going to learn that, as this is postgraduate basketball, and they're trying to get to the next level of them, the collegiate level. You're not going to go to that level and all be scorers.
That's a great bounce pass.
And Jalen finishes above the rim there. But like I was saying, you know, there's going to be one or two main guys on your college team who are doing most of the scoring. After that, you got to be willing to accept your roles, shoot your shots when they're there, and play from there.
Yeah, we call that shot selection. Understanding what's a good shot and what's a bad shot. A lot of these kids don't understand that. But it would definitely be taught at the next level. I guarantee you that.
That or you won't be playing. As we turn it over there on the inbound.
Got called for.
And again, you're just seeing a buildup of mistakes here by DME. Florida Coast Prep will go to the line. Shoot two. They are now only up 7 with 13 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Gets the first one, makes it a 6-point game. Gets both of them.
I wanted to see how we're going to handle this. You know, Florida Coastal Prep comes back out in the full court man-to-man press. You know, we had a little difficulty.
A little run and jump, and
another offensive rebound.
Coach Kevin, yeah, I was thinking that was coming. Team needed a timeout. Struggling to handle this pressure now.
Yeah, that's tough to be up 14 to now watch it to only be up 3 with 13 minutes left to go in this game. And, you know, it's a game of runs, man.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, as you just seen, you know. How can you withstand the runs? What are we going to do? I think the first thing he needs to talk about right now is how to handle this right here. You know, just because they did a little run and jump, we shouldn't be panicking. And then I can't have everybody deep down in the corners away from my point guard. You got to put yourself in a situation to bail each other out. You know, this isn't golf and this isn't tennis. You know, it's
a team sport.
This is definitely a team sport. Or as one of my coaches would love to say, this isn't ping pong.
I think they got to make sure they have a guy coming back to the basketball every time if they're going to do a run and jump. But this time it looks like they're staying 2-2-1. A little ball fake by Ali, misses the layup.
Yeah. This plays right in the hands of Florida Coastal Prep here, trying to speed us up. We're not making shots.
And it's a tie ball game.
And they come down and they hit one big right there. Number 12 hit that one deep.
Right now, DME desperately needs a basket, something to just get a little bit of momentum going again. Anything. Because they have no movement. Everybody's kind of just ball watching. Turn it over again. That's something that drive a coach crazy. Kids jumping in the air to make a pass and then turning it over.
And right now, Coastal Prep is not even in their zone. You know, they've been playing this man, and it's giving us problems, which we usually strive in against the defense that's playing man.
Got to be able to handle pressure.
And we go to our 2-3. Number 12 shoots another one. Coach Kevin calls another play for us here.
Little ball screen continuity.
A little back screen to ball screen. Trying to get your best players involved.
Good penetration by Jalen, able to draw a foul. As DME will take it out underneath their basket.
We looked a little confused here. Nobody wanted to work to get open, and we had to burn a timeout.
Be interesting to see if DME can go on a little run of their own now.
Yeah, I think we gotta get it something easy around the rim, or at least attack it and get called for another foul there, so that we can get back to the free throw line, and then kind of slow Florida Coastal Prep down. I have to go back to a 2-2-1. I like our 2-3. You know, you can play a little 2-2-1 back to a 2-3. Continue to make them take bad shots. I mean, they're not really a great three-point shooting team. You know, they're going to make a couple here and there, you know, but what's killing us is exactly what you've been preaching about all day is rebounding. That second and third, fourth, they had 5, 6, 7 opportunities, you know, on the offensive end. And you can't win ball games like, oh, Ali was open right there.
And we also missed like 3 or 4 wide open layups today as we missed another one. Those will come back to bite you.
He traveled.
Out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds?
Out of bounds. Give me the ball.
You got some great eyes over there, man. That was way across the court.
As Kareem checks in for Q. This might be a good sub here. Kareem's fairly good shooter. If he can get open look, that could get him going. Good drive by Jalen, and he misses a layup too. Chris gets the board, and he finishes. DME needed that. Big 2 points there.
Huge. Huge in the game. I don't like that decision there. Well, not only do you not like the decision, you don't like it when it's a one-handed pass like that. You know, you're trying to make a baseball pass down the floor instead of a two-hand pass. Here we go. We lock back in, playing man-to-man defense here. And Ali does a decent job, keeping him out the middle of the floor, play a little one-on-one. What I don't like right now about us defensively, we're not communicating. Nobody's talking to each other. Nobody's helping each other out. Hey, I'm on your left, I'm on your right. Hey, ball screen here, there. You know, it's kind of frustrating because now, you know, you're starting to see, who am I playing for? Am I playing for the 3 letters that's on my chest, or I'm playing for myself sometimes? Yep. And, you know, that's what Coach Kevin continues to preach about is that, hey, you guys are playing for the team. It's a team effort, and we all got to do this together, you know?
And that's the one thing you always see of really great teams. You see them all digging in, high energy, really wanting to get a stop. You know, when you watch some of those high major basketball teams, sometimes you see them all give that floor slap, and you know every guy's engaged on the floor.
Right, right.
Just something, they bring a little energy. Bailey gets a good look and just short.
Let's see how long he's going to stay with this lineup here. As we're staying a man with the footer in the game. He's back in. Go a little head tap here with a high ball screen. That was a good roll by Matt. He took the big guy. He's trying to box him out, but that's tough.
Second chance opportunity. I'll be curious to see the box score after the game and see how many offensive rebounds they gave up. Getting some good penetration. I don't know if I'd force it there.
They got 10 on the shot clock, so we'll see what we're going to do here against the zone. I take that.
Oh, in and out for Kareem. Bailey, I just couldn't keep it. Florida Coastal Prep brings the ball down. DME's a man defense. And a bad closeout by Matt allowed dribble penetration to the middle. They're able to dump it off to the big fella.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm glad we're going back. We got to hurry and put Chris back in. Chris he's got to guard the big guy, or we got to get somebody that's going to guard the big guy.
Chris is probably Coach Kevin's best rebounder just from watching their games. A lot of time, though. DME only down by 6. As Chris comes in, gets a big offensive rebound.
He does exactly what you just preached about.
We'll take it out of bounds. Bailey kind of forces one up. Doesn't get it to go.
What I don't like is, oh my.
Wide open shot there.
We went away from what was working earlier against the zone, and we don't have anybody down low. I see, in this situation, you want to try to put Chris, who's your best rebounder, have him go in that short corner, what Felipe was doing, and kind of put, kind of spread him out a little bit, and put Jalen. I would probably put Jalen right there in the middle of the floor. You know, Jalen has a nice soft floater that he likes to take every now and then, and he's one of your best passers to your interior post players. So that's what I would go with, and try to get back inside and try to, because Chris can finish. He's a better finisher. But right now, you got 5 guys hanging around the perimeter, and they're just sagging in on the 2-3, high school 2-3. Not really, they're saying, hey, I dare you. I double dare you. And right now, our shots aren't falling. I mean, we got nobody rebounding. So that hurts,
Yeah. It's really frustrating to watch, too, because – like I know I've mentioned it multiple times today, but we see Coach Kevin.
Have you?
I have. We see Coach Kevin's team just play so well and so hard at times, but then it's like they let one team go on a run, but they just don't ever let that run stop. You know what I mean? They just kind of hang their heads after things go bad for a second. They don't know how to fight through it.
And it's a learning experience, But this isn't their first year playing basketball, neither.
No.
As we just put Chris in the ball screen action and let him drive baseline, and now this is what I love about the game, man. This right here, getting to the free throw line, easy money. You ain't got to worry about nobody guarding you. You can get to the line, the clock is stopped, there's no pressure. Just make a couple of free throws, you're back in the game.
Definitely a key stat at a lot of games.
Yeah, we've always preaching that. We want to get to the line more than our opponent. We want to sit there and try to out-rebound our opponents. We want to keep our turnovers down to a minimum. You know, all the things that we can control. You want to be able to control it.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to keep you in the ball game.
Definitely.
That's a good little pressure. Almost got a 10-second. Yeah.
Pretty good defense for the most part. Just guy got an open look from three, knocked him down. Bailey comes down. Misses.
That's a great hustle. Offensive rebound.
There you go. Chris, strong drive.
Good strong
finish.
Yes, yes.
Needed that.
Here we go. Now Chris is doing some talking out there. That ball screen action is giving us problems.
Yeah, we're struggling helping off a little bit just so the big guy can recover to his guy. We dump it off for Jalen's little two-hand flush.
And that little guy, he got some hops, man. I am really impressed with his bounce, you know, and that was off of 2 feet. That wasn't really a, hey, let me get a big-time running start there.
Yeah.
He's done that twice now.
Jalen's a pretty athletic kid.
Yeah. There we go. We're pushing the ball in transition again. We're attacking.
He's got a lot of potential to him.
I know my girl Lauren, she missed 2 of his dunks already.
As the defense tension needs to pick up here for Coach Kevin's DME team. They got to buy in and really fight to get stops. Matt gets a good look from the corner three. No good.
Good job. Good hands. But they're able to get it back.
Timeout called. Florida Coastal Prep 72, DME 61. 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Any adjustments, if you were the coach now, Coach Steve, that you would be telling Coach Kevin's team of what they could possibly do to get back in this ball game?
Well, that's a great question.
Thank you.
It really hasn't changed. To be honest, you're getting the looks that you want. I probably was, not settle on shooting threes right now. I would continue to try to attack the rim, get a three-point play the old-fashioned way. But you look at the personnel that's on the floor right now, you got to put them in different situations where even if you don't have Jalen at the free throw line, maybe I'll sit there and put Bailey at the free throw line and put Chris on the block, short corner, and kind of have Bailey attacking from the free throw line, Yep. Continue to use Jalen there on the wing. Let him try to drive baseline away from Chris. I got my 2 shooters. I would really have them a little bit higher. And I knew they were going to go back with this zone. As we went back in with Felipe.
And we continue to get fairly good looks from the three-point line, but it's just not falling. So that's
So the definition of insanity is doing something over and over, expecting different results. And right now, if I'm one of those players and my shots aren't falling, I need to figure out how to get going doing something else. Either that's playing better defense, setting better screens for people, rebounding the ball. I mean, there's so many other things that you can do. And these last 5 minutes are crucial, because right now, Coach Kevin's got people on the floor that, he's trusting.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to produce while you're on the floor. And once again, production doesn't necessarily mean scoring. But it does mean that, hey, do I make my teammates better? Do I make my team better when I'm on the floor?
Jalen drives to the lane, gets a tough floater to go. I think for Coach Kevin's DME team, if they could pick it up on the defensive end and get points in transition, that's going to be key. Because that's when they're best.
Well, you got to get stops.
Yeah.
And we got to stop right here. Good job taking a charge there.
As we're now only down 9, a little over 4 minutes remaining.
All they're doing is extending their 2-3.
Yep. Jalen shoots a deep 3, gets it to go. Big time bucket there. Cuts it to a 6-point game.
That's what happens. You got to find Jalen. Jalen's got to keep moving without the ball, keep putting himself in position where he can really help his team. Not so much that he's trying to take over, but hey, he does. He's a great team player, and he knows how to find other people, and that's what you want to do.
Yep. As DME plays pretty good defense. Only 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
You got to get a stop here. Got to get a stop because you're limiting the number of possessions you're going to get going down the stretch here.
A little pressure. Oh, I don't know if I'd go trap here, but.
Well, they try to get them to
good
scramble.
Steal by Kareem.
He's got to get a layup, Kareem.
Nice left-handed layup. As we cut it to a 4-point game. Florida Coastal Prep calls a full timeout. DME is now making that run that we've been talking about.
And here's the thing, I'm over here, I'm watching DME's bench, they're excited to get back into this ball game. You don't want to be too high, and you don't want to be too low, You want to kind of be even keel and continue because, we've seen it before where you're too emotionally high and then you let the other team get back into it and they end up taking the game, or you're too emotionally low and you already start having those negative thoughts in your head and you can't produce. So you want to kind of be even keel going down the stretch here. I mean, foul counts is even. Next jump ball is yours. I think we probably have two to 3 timeouts remaining. And you're only down 4 points with 3.5 minutes to play. You're still in it.
Yep, it's not a bad situation.
No. Time and possession. We always talk about understanding time and possession. You just don't want to. He traveled.
And they forced a turnover.
And that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Self-inflicting turnovers. That'll get you every single time.
So DME will take the ball out. Only down 4. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remain.
Coastal Prep goes back to man.
Matt, good drive.
Great drive.
Just couldn't finish. Great tag. Just got to be able to make those.
Oh, Felipe, that's not good. Get back, Felipe.
Keep a high hand and keep your distance here. That's what he needs to do.
The guys can shoot. He can shoot it.
As there's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Felipe playing pretty good D.
I like that kid.
And we don't box out.
I like that kid.
Give up an offensive rebound again. Kareem gets a good look from 3, and it's good.
That's huge. That's huge for us.
Kareem's actually had a pretty good game today, I think. Got a couple steals, made a couple three-point shots, a couple layups at the rim.
Coach Kevin feels the pressure. The tie done came off now. He said the tie was holding him down, not allowing him to coach the way he wants to coach. Jalen, your best guy, got to come get the ball. Jalen's got to go get the ball in that situation.
Turnover.
Yep.
And it led to 2 points on the other end. And Jalen's got to go now. We can't be taking too much time. Matt shoots the corner three and gets fouled. That could be a crucial play there. Got a chance to convert.
A 4-point play. Woo! How often you see those?
Not too often.
I like it.
And he gets free throw to go. And
that's huge.
I think they're going to get into a little 2-2-1.
Yeah, there's a little token, little press here, trying to slow him down.
Oh, I don't know if I would have gambled there. Oh, it goes in and out, and we get the rebound.
That. Down 3 with a minute.
One possession ball game.
Another horns. Roll, Chris.
We got Matt pretty high in the court. Good pass by Matt, and Felipe finishes. Now a 1-point game, 50 seconds remain. DME needs a stop now.
I don't think Florida Coastal Prep is, this guy right here is going to get the ball up unless it's easy layup. Crowd gets into it.
And Jalen looks ahead. Dishes off the mat. Who finishes the layup? DME goes up 1. 25 seconds remain. Big bucket there.
Coastal Preps panicking. I'm not used to this pressure here.
13
the crowd.
Remain. He misses a shot. Chris secures the rebound.
They got a foul.
And they foul. Chris will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1 free throws. 4.9 seconds remain. As the crowd really picked up here. I'll tell you what, that was quite the turn of events there. They were able to come back.
Yeah, it's a game of runs, man. We get 2 shots here.
Yeah. It's going to be crucial. He needs to be able to knock down both of these.
Yes. And if I'm Coastal Prep, if he misses one and makes the other one, then it's only a 2-point lead. We just push it in transition, try to get to the rim in 4 seconds. Don't settle for a 3. I'm trying to play for overtime. But if he makes both of these, you got to take a 3. We made the first one.
Big basket there as Florida Coastal Prep calls a timeout.
We're going to try to ice him here.
Yeah, as I think he's trying to drop a little bit of a play also.
Yeah, Coastal Prep's got to get – if he makes this, he's got to try to advance the ball by making a pass up here to half court to call another timeout. If I'm DME, I foul.
If you're up 3, you foul?
Yeah. I don't want them to take no crazy shot. They try to panic and try to get the ball up. You got to quickly foul them.
Do you ever worry about him going to the line, making the first, and then giving up? You know, they've been struggling rebounding. That's my point today.
I see your counter.
That's my whole point with that today.
Tell you the reason why I say I do that is because now I'm putting the pressure back on them. See, he's got to call timeout right here. And there's your timeout.
Call timeout. 1.8 seconds unless they put a little bit more time on the clock.
Nah, you can't go to the monitors over here, brother.
Yeah.
Coastal Prep is going to try to throw something towards the rim.
But
I would like to see them. Well, I wouldn't like to see them, but if I'm that coach, I'm drawing up a play for my point guard to get the ball. He's going down the hill. I'm telling him, you go to the rim, and if he's open on the backside, you dish it off quick. If it ain't, you just go ahead. I want you to take the shot. And now if I'm DME, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, you know what? Hey, we're going to go man. and we're going to switch everything. You know what I'm saying? No fouls. Can't foul now.
No.
Not with a 2-point game here.
Got to be
But
really solid.
But you can't have anything at the rim. Can't give up backside lobs because this guy's got to throw it from half court.
Don't want to give
Oh,
up.
they gave him
Wide open 3.
0.2 seconds and made it 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, wow, they went with this guy for a
And
3.
he gets a good look from 3. No good. DME comes
Good
out on
job.
top. Big win for Coach Kevin's team.
Big win. Big win.
We are signing out. Thank you for joining in.